We're here at Toreros Stadium. It is senior night here for the USD Toreros as they take on the Arizona State Sun Devils. And just as Nostradamus says, right there deep, well taken by ASU, but kicked back immediately. Going to be gathered. It's going to take out the touch, but a quick restart here. That was Michael Lewis, gets that over. Troffier's foot again goes deep. That's going to find a lot of territory back. It's going to be a difficult one for the Sun Devils to have to deal with here. And that one is turned over almost immediately. That was Jack Porter who got in. A good scrum here to start that out. That is going to be brought in. Out wide there is space. That is going to be our first try of the day. Jack Porter gets across. And just because he's the director of rugby doesn't mean he doesn't know a thing or two about the game itself. Kevin Eaton perfectly calling that one. We're going to see some smash mouth rugby here as they try and take that first one short. Another quick pass and a gang tackle there by the Toreros. No meters gained. They push them behind the gain line here.
I'd had a turnover there, Ken.
And it is a turnover. Troffier again with that boot, and he is able to kick it out into touch.
We have a discussion here between the referees.
It looks like there's some equipment in the corner there.
Oh, yeah, we might have some San Diego Legion pyrotechnic
That's a firework,
equipment.
Yeah.
And well spotted by the circus. Certainly that's a bit of a safety concern if a player's trying to score a try and is going head first into a firework display.
Trying to gain some meters forward. The USD tacklers so far have done a great job not
Massive
missing anything.
collision there in midfield from the
Dual
Toreros.
tackle right there. You're going to run into those big bodies. You better be willing to fall forward. That's Pierce McNamara, the captain for ASU, trying to go forward, the number 10. Brought forward again. And another good tackle as it's just going backwards and backwards here for the Sun Devils. When will we see a kick here maybe to get some territory right there?
Ken.
Straight up in the air. That is going to be Michael Lewis to claim confidently. He's going to move that over to Troffier. He's going to drop it on his foot again. He sees some open space, looking for a 50-22, and he is going to get one. Textbook from Lucas Troffier. You see the difference immediately on these offensive sides as the Toreros are able to gain those meters slowly but surely, but they are going forward. We're close to that try line here. We're going to see a quick out, maybe some smash mouth. That is a forward there with that ball. Can he get that down?
He's got to be close there, Ken.
It is held up, and ASU does a great job holding Cody going up there. And that one is brought down over to Michael Lewis. He's going to go forward, breaks one tackle with a step to Troffier again, who breaks a couple more tackles. And the backs are moving this ball forward. Well collected there, and he is driving that pile forward.
Cade Caulfield.
Another one, Cade Caulfield in for the score. Thomason out of the set play. Troffier here again. He drops that forward. And now we have the Toreros in a little bit of space. Joseph Portillo had no one in front of him, but didn't exactly look like he wanted to go on his own. Waits for some help, moves that ball forward. Troffier again out to the wings. A lot of passing. That was a wonderful layoff. I'd love to see the replay of that. That's not exactly what they teach you in rugby school of how to pass it, but it was a good hook shot over the top. That is Michael Lewis who goes deep, finds some space there. That one is going to take a favorable USD bounce, and it's going to be chased down here by ASU, but he is all on his own back there. A desperation kick as that one barely gets out from under pressure, and USD on the attack again. Michael Lewis with another wonderful step. Not even a broken tackle, that's just a missed tackle. That one's Brandon Gaducci pushing forward here. We're inside that 5-meter line. That Troffier over the shoulder again, but not fooled this time. ASU able to recover there.
Yeah, good defense there on the try line by the Sun Devils again.
Here we go. They're right on that try line. Are they able to get that one down?
No, held up again.
Here again, and the forwards there. That's going to be Granillo who does take that forward. Thomason starts us off again. The big-bodied Cody going gains another couple of meters here. No one wants to tackle him. Habib with a step. He's just over the line there.
That is great rugby there. Makeup, they're way back into the game just yet, but let's see how they regroup at halftime and come out for the second half.
A great shot from our friends at TVX on that scrum there. That ball was thrown over. I don't know how that was kept in. but an incredible work over there. On a truck move by Kate Caulfield. Can he keep going? He is brought down by the last man.
Final pass is there.
Wonderful play there.
Outstanding. Caulfield with a monster punch.
Thomason to restart, and Caulfield with another truck, and he's just carrying the Sun Devils defensive line forward with him. Habib out. Here we go. That is Porter, the wing on his own, but he is able to get through a couple of tackles there. ASU, another bend but don't break situation. Let's see what that offense can do. Is it going to be another holdup? That is the third holdup again for ASU of the day.
Stop Lewis from getting that entirely fictional try.
ASU
That's behind the back. That's outrageous there.
McNamara with a little bit of a bobble, but he turns it into a beautiful offload. And USD driving that scrum back, and they win that. Incredibly done. That is going to be taken by Sam Carlson as the Toreros look to gain forward here. A good push by ASU at the gain line there. And here's that bend but don't break that we've seen them do all day. ASU has held USD from scoring so far in this second half after a tough first half. But that one is passed out. Paul Habib dives forward with the advantage as well. And USD finally does break through in the second half. Good hands by Troffier to claim that. He's going to push that one forward. He's going to put some pressure on the chase. And what a pursuit tackle as McNamara is forced into another one. That is an awkward kick there. It's going to bounce favorably for USD. That one is Jack Porter who is able to claim there. And he breaks a couple of tackles as he is way out of his own element there. I'm going on an adventure, he says. And there is Josh Butler, as you said, bullying his way through. And you're just seeing the energy. And that one a little bit too eager there from Dustin Braun as he was trying to gorilla or run. It looked like he was not quite brought down.
Bear crawling there into the try zone, Ken.
A very vulnerable area, but Toreros with all of this energy and that fitness. A great gather from Basson, and he goes immediately into a defender. Incredible hands and incredible physicality from the sub Basson. Habib on the ball again. He sees green grass. Another offload as he's going down, but maybe a little bit too fancy there as that one is turned over and ASU does take possession.
ASU awarded advantage for USD's contact.
Advantage here for ASU, and that one is going back to old reliable McNamara, but he does go low there. Old reliable McNamara does take a piece of a USD defender with him, and now we're playing some fancy rugby here as we're just trying to knock this one forward. Was wanted there as that ASU player does stay down a little bit longer. And Jack Porter doing some trucking of his own. Again, not a thing you usually see on the wings. There's Josh Butler who runs through one and has no one in front of him. And he does get his try on senior night. Let's see if they get fancy for that last score of the day. They've got the opportunity to go fancy if they like. A big looping throw. They've got the numbers over here on the side. And that is going to be Chase Basson over here. He's right down by the try line. And we have one more. I think that's Josh Butler who put that one in.
Try.
And that is going to be full time here at Toreros Stadium. The final score is going to be 53-0 as USD closes out their regular season with a victory. They're going to be going on to that national tournament there to try and defend their 15th title. We appreciate you guys joining us today.